Hello and welcome to the Gradualreport. My name is Is it really? Is it? Oh yeah, where am I? I'm in Melbourne, Australia. That's where I am, currently, right now. I'm in a friend's apartment in Melbourne, Australia, sleeping on what I like to call the couch. Well, these are my sheets. This is the couch. Right. What I've done here, I've done something a little different this time. I've changed something. I mean, I haven't changed myself, but something is different, and it's not just my hair. What I've done is, I have an Australian SIM card with an Australian phone number, which I'm probably going to give out at some point, because why not? See who calls, right? No, what I've done is changed my PayPal notification settings so that every time someone sends me money, I receive a text. My phone vibrates, and I keep my phone between the cheeks of my ass. You are literally tickling my butthole. No, just kidding, it's in my pocket, but it's close. So what I do is, whenever that happens, I take my phone out and I record the person's name at exactly that moment. So this should add a level of spontaneity to the sponsorship part of the video. So without further delay, today's video is sponsored by Lauren Ripley, Andy Grant, Ivo Dukov, Ryan Quinn. Can I say? Been sitting here a while. Andrew Martinez,
Stanislav Yanakiv,
Raymond Bolter, Gita Henson. Much appreciated the mid-month money. I know it's crazy how much time I spent on the toilet. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, sharing my life with you on the internet. After moving into a more comfortable accommodation in Siem Reap, as is my custom, made friends with everybody. So much so was I a friend. Whilst I was lying in bed, someone came into my room and shook me awake and said, "Hey, come downstairs with us and drink." To which I replied, "This is the late night club. We're late night." They're like, "Hey, do you want to come downstairs and we're gonna fucking have some beers?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I put my clothes on. You know, what I thought was gonna be party time attire. So, from Sweden, we have the lovely Heather.
Yeah,
Hedda? Yes, please. Rasmus? It's a very strong name. I'm Rasmus. You will not pass.
My middle name is Viking.
Viking?
Yeah, Viking.
Rasmus Viking Stackenbergen. Sweet. And then we got the doctor.
It's Ron.
Rolf. This is just the group of people whose names I'm not gonna remember. Is Hedda wanted to say something in Swedish to all my Swedish fans. What's a good thing to say in Swedish?
We don't say so much in Sweden.
Wow.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Hello, hello.
Hey, hey. I mean, something I couldn't think of. And I'm just like, all right, yeah, I got nothing. I know. Awesome. Guy who will, from now on, forever be known as the Viking, because that's his middle name. He's the Viking. He had a 3-day pass to Angkor Wat and only used 2 of the 3 days. So he gave me his pass, because I didn't necessarily want to pay $20 to see a bunch of old temples. Like, I don't know, it's $20 was like a lot. So take a look at the picture of him on the pass. Totally be me, right? Right? We're like twinsers. Look. We're like totally the same person, right? Well, fuck it. I was gonna give it a try anyway. Off to the temples. Honest, the lady at the temple gave me a little guff. But after looking at the picture closely, and then looking deep into my eyes, she let me pass. The first temple that I went to in Cambodia was Bayon. Because, you know, that's where Indiana Jones was filmed, and that's really the only thing I cared about. Dun, 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 dun. But that's not all you're gonna care about. Because, you know, culturally, it's significant for other reasons. Like, Lara Croft Tomb Raider was filmed there as well. The Bayon is a well-known and richly decorated Khmer temple at Angor in Cambodia. Built in the late 12th and 13th century as the official state temple of the Buddhist king. Not its correct pronunciation. I mean, I'm taking some dramatic liberties here. Bayon stands at the center of the capital, Angkor Wat. Following Zhu's death, it was modified and augmented by later Hindu and Buddhist kings in accordance with their own religious preferences. The Bayon's most distinctive feature is the multitude of serene and smiling stone faces in the many towers which jut out from the upper terrace and cluster around its central peak. The current main conservatory body, the Japanese government team for safeguarding of Angor, it's kind of a weird thing.
Like, why would the Japanese have an interest in conserving Angkor?
Has described the temple as the most striking expression of Baroque style, Khmer architecture, as a contrast with the classical style of Angkor Wat. I did a fair bit of climbing around and tomfoolerying around. Bayon is a cool place to visit. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I want to say that I purposefully didn't learn anything about the temples or culture of Angkor Wat, so that I could kind of experience it, you know, like the first explorers did when they first came across the ruins as they broke through the jungle. I want to say that, but the reality is that I am just an ignorant person and didn't take the time to read the Wikipedia page. But it does give me a sense of wonder to walk through the ruins of Angkor Wat, the temples and what have you. But my feeling is that even if I knew a little bit about the culture, I mean, even if I had a PhD actually in the culture, I would probably be walking through here with a very similar sense of wonder, such and so forth, what have you. Behold the centerpiece, the great bell. But it's not a bell. But it is the center, because you look that way. You look that way and it's a bunch of stuff that way. You look that way and it's like a long corridor that way. And you look that way and it's a long corridor that way. I gotta say, coming here in the morning has really done a lot for the light for me. This is kind of an amazing situation, to be honest with you. Quite an amazing situation. Well, we're gonna go this way because I looked at the Google map and there's like some sort of body of water out that way, which makes it, ooh, seems like a lot of stone to be propped up by that bit of timber there. 3 2x6s that look like 100 years old. This is cool stuff here, you know? and went to the tree temple. Now it's not called the tree temple, no one, but everyone kind of knows it as the tree temple. Well, everyone will know it after this video as the tree temple because it's the temple that was taken over by the tree. Look at this tree. Look how badass this tree is. This tree is like, I'm gonna grow here. I don't give a shit where you built your temple where I'm growing. I mean, think about it. For hundreds of years, no one bothered to check this tree. And it was just like, I will grow here and you will enjoy it. Well, at least they had the good sense not to cut it down, right? Then I went to this giant body of water and saw people doing this. I didn't know what that was until I saw a sign that said this. And then I was like, hey, they're not supposed to do that. Then I saw a bunch of statues holding this log and I thought, I should probably take a picture of this. That's important. Seems important. We should totally picture this. But really, when I look at stuff like this, I'm kind of only thinking... So you're confronted with a long block of column. And my question immediately becomes, if the construction of a column is suchly, you know, it looks like it's carved out of one single piece, right? This one, carved out of one single piece. This one, how did it crack like that? Like, if it's carved out of one single piece, why is there a straight line across the top of this thing? Right? And then you look at this one and it's like one single piece. And then you look at this one and it's like, we cracked down the middle here. As if to suggest that it was perhaps two pieces. And then here's the top of one. Here's another one that was down the middle. And then here's one that's missing its little hat. Anyway, these are the things I think about. Why are you cracked down the middle, man? Back on the scooter to see more magical history slowly decay in front of me. Oh look, a monkey. Perhaps he will want to be our friend. And then I saw this pregnant lady trying to give a baby monkey some water, which I thought was very ambitious of her. Then it was time to visit the Angkor Wat, the centerpiece of all of Cambodia. The Angkor Wat temples are, simply put, amazing. They hold the designation of being the largest religious monument in the world, with a site measuring 162.6 hectares. It was originally constructed as a Hindu temple for the Khmer Empire, gradually transforming into a Buddhist temple towards the end of the 12th century. It was built by the Khmer king Suryavarman II in Yazminapur, the capital of the Khmer Empire, as his state temple and eventual mausoleum. Breaking from the Shiva tradition of previous kings, Angkor Wat was instead dedicated to Vishnu. As the best preserved temple at the site, it is the only one to have remained a significant religious center since its foundation. The temple is at the top of the high classical style of Khmer architecture. It has become a symbol of Cambodia, appearing on its national flag and its country's prime attraction for visitors. Angkor Wat, literally translated, means templed city, or city of temples. Its original name is unknown. The temple is wallpapered with sandstone that is carved with pretty designs. That probably means something to a bunch of people that are already dead. The main construction was large blocks, with delicate carvings in sandstone adhered to it. The binding agent is yet unknown. Most people think it is a resin or silica. In non-academic circles, people think it's toothpaste and semen. At least, that's what I've heard. Or maybe that's a rumor I just started. It's impossible to tell. Then I came across a very interesting and very tragic scene. A bunch of French ladies taking pictures of a monk. So then I started taking pictures of the French ladies taking pictures of the monk, because I thought that was very metaphysical. It's like, here's this monk dude coming to a temple to observe his religiousness, and these French chicks are like, oh my god, it's perfect, you're so perfect, let me just take a picture, let me just snap a few, oh my god, what an experience, it's so amazing. Could you just stand over here next to the thing with the thing? Oh my god, my friends are gonna love these. I didn't have the heart to break it to them and say like, madam, you're making a spectacle of yourself. Then it was time to meet up with a Viking and the late night drinking club and buy a bathing suit and shit, because that's what girls do when they're on vacation. Late night crew, we're gonna go buy some, oh dude, it's all closed. They're smarter than us. Stores will, fuck, they're all closed. I didn't account on that. But as everything was closed, we instead got a massage, which, of course, I talked through. The massages are $4 for an hour. So in about 12 hours, if they work in shifts, we will be ready for drinking. Am I right? What's this? Oriental forehand massage, 20 bucks? That seems pricey. Oh, this is way less expensive. Let's check it out. Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was. $4.
So there you go. So there you go.
Jewish.
Yeah, all right, let's do it. We've got. I know. Some days are just packed with awesome, cool stuff. So what we're gonna do is throw the massages in tomorrow's video because this video is already 14 minutes long and it needs to end. But it's like one of those things. You're like, I hoped you washed your hands, you know. Oof. That's the stuff. The old thumb in the back, eh? Check out the links for the Australian shows. If you want to help me out, bang bang. I love you, my little lemon drops. Join us tomorrow when we continue our very important work.